Thank you. Tonight, Jeb Bush is in damage control mode, trying to clarify how he answered a question about the war in Iraq and knowing what we know now, whether he would have authorized the U.S. invasion as his brother, former President George W. Bush, did. He's facing criticism for his answer, including from some within his own party. NBC's Kristen Welker reports.
Think there's an affordability issue with
Jeb Bush under fire after making these controversial comments about the Iraq war on Fox News Monday.
Knowing what we know now, would you have authorized the invasion?
I would have, and so would have Hillary Clinton, just to remind everybody, and so would have almost everybody that was confronted with the intelligence they got.
Late today, Bush tried to walk back his remarks.
I interpreted the question wrong, I guess. I was talking about, given what people knew then, would you have done it, rather than knowing what we know now.
But when pressed...
So in other words, if in 2020 hindsight, you would make a different decision?
Yeah, I don't know what that decision would have been. That's a hypothetical, but the simple fact is mistakes were made.
The Bush camp went into damage control mode early today when one of his former aides tried to clarify his comments.
I can tell you that I emailed him this morning and I said to him, hey, I'm a little confused by this answer, so I'm genuinely wondering, did you mishear the question? And he said, yes, I misheard the question.
Bush was blasted by Democrats and some fellow Republicans.
I don't think you can honestly say that if we knew then that there was no WMD, that the country should have gone to war.
What he said was just rubbish. You can't still think that going into Iraq now, as a sane human being, was the right thing to do.
Polls show a majority of Americans and even most Republicans now say the Iraq war wasn't worth it. And Bush has previously tried to distance himself from his brother, former President George W. Bush. But that's complicated.
The Iraq war is always going to be a vulnerability for Jeb Bush, but maybe Jeb Bush's biggest vulnerability, it's been his last name.
A double-edged sword in a race that's wide open. Kristen Welker, NBC News.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and then click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.